guys, I'm just popping on because I wanted to let you know, one, I'm okay. Two, the issue the other night was sorted, but it has brought to me and my attention that we really do need to start thinking about and talking about self-worth and respect for yourself, not for anybody else, because, well, yeah, for everybody else as well, for you, but mainly for yourself. If you have no self-worth and no self-respect, then you're in a very, very bad place, you know, and that's really not great for you, you know. My daughter's just come online. Hello, Amy. I'm going to bring her on because I know she likes being on camera, really. Is that okay, Ames? She's going to let me know. She's going to either say yes or no. She's going to be, Mum, don't bring me on. But, you know, I think it's very, very important that we, and Rosie's on as well. Hi, Rosie. You know, that we talk about self-worth. Okay, she's in bed, so she's not coming on. We talk about self-worth because, you know, what happened the other night, it wasn't right, you know. I'm a very, very strong woman, and I can handle a lot of things, yeah, and you saw how it affected me. That was real life. It was happening on the screen as you watched it, you know, and I'm not kidding you. There was over 1,000 messages that I received that night of different people's private parts. And that's not good, you know. It's really not good. It didn't affect me because I've got a skin of a rhino, so it didn't affect me at all. But it did highlight just how dangerous this life can be, you know, for everybody. There's people out there who would have received that stuff, you know, and I didn't ask for that stuff. It was just came to it. People just decided to start sending me that stuff, you know. After one live, that was ridiculous, you know. It was horrendous. The calls were coming through from 9 o'clock that night until 6 o'clock the next morning through Messenger, you know, of people wanting to video chat and of people wanting to just get off on something, you know. It's not right. That's, you know, that's something that's been okayed by society. I'm not even going to say this is generational conditioning now, because it's not. You know, it's not right. It's not okay. We all know it's not okay. And if you don't, then you seriously need help, because it's not good for you. It really isn't. You know, I mean, there was over, I'm not kidding you, I couldn't believe it. There was over 1,000 messages. You know, I spent all night trying to get rid of them. Admin spent 3 hours yesterday blocking people and getting rid of people, because every time I removed a friend's request, they'd send another one, you know, and it was just ridiculous. It really was ridiculous. It was silly, to a point that a friend of mine rang me at 3 o'clock in the morning to make sure I was okay. And when I answered the phone, I was like, thank God it's you, because I didn't even want to answer my phone. You know, it was just ridiculous. And this just isn't just happening to women. This is happening to men as well. People have got no self-respect. We're in a society now and in a world now that thinks it's okay to act in that way, and it's not. It's not. We shouldn't be normalising this stuff. We should be talking about it, and we should be getting it out there and saying, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not a world that I want my daughters to grow up in. It's not a world that I want my grandson to grow up in. It's not a world that I want any of my nieces or nephews or family members and their children to grow up in. This is not something that is right. It's not something that's right. It's not something that's okay. And when we've got kids going around dressing in provocative stuff and acting in provocative ways because of how society normalises that, it's wrong. It really is wrong. You know, we used to, I've had this discussion today with my daughter, you know, the times have changed, tables have tipped and things like that, you know. We used to live in a man's world, and that was very sexual, sex sells, this, that and the other, you know. That was what it was always about. It was always, you know, sex sells, and, you know, if you haven't got your boobs out. I mean, I remember having posters when I was 17 on my wall of the Levi's adverts and things like that, with virtually naked men and women just intertwining, because I believe that the body is an art. It's a form of art. It's the most beautiful thing that you can have, you know. But so many people are not taught to respect that. I was brought up with the saying, what the eye can't see, the mind always wonders. Okay, so I've always liked to keep myself covered. And I don't see the point in getting everything out to show everybody, because it's not theirs. You know, people will take advantage of what you give them. And they'll take advantage of what you let them. And I think it's about time that people started standing up and going, do you know what? We're not going to accept this. This isn't right. It's not okay. You know, to teach our youngsters that this is okay. I mean, this is getting worse and worse and worse. It's always been bad. It's always been acceptable, but in a different area, you know, but now it's infiltrating every single part of our lives. And that's not okay. It's not okay to be like that. Whether you are culturally like that, whether you are normalised to believe that's okay, it is not okay. Our children need to be protected. Vulnerable people need to be protected. You know, and it blew me away, to be perfectly honest. It quite after I'd got mad and after I'd gone through all the emotions and everything, it quite saddened me to realise that these people think that that's okay. And that's how much that they value their own self-worth. I mean, I wouldn't ever send somebody a picture of my private parts. I wouldn't. It's just not right. It's not right, and it's not okay. And actually, my kids know if somebody sent them pictures like that, or if this was them, I'd do time for it. You know, like I always say, there's two sides to me. There's no in between. There's nice Carmen who will protect vulnerable people and do anything. I literally wrote it down because I thought, right, I'm going to write some stuff down here so that I can keep on side with this. And I've put, you know, it's not just about it, you know, it's not just about these sexualizing things, it's about society as a whole. You know, we're made to normalise a lot of things, and it's not right. You know, we're given labels if we don't conform, we're given labels if they can't work it out, or it's, you know, that it's not right. So, you know, the only people I see as vulnerable are those the system has destroyed or played a part in destroying. And that's on all different levels, you know. If you don't fit in, or if you don't... We're conditioned from a very early age, okay? We're tested from a very early age to see if we will fit into society's idea of what they're prepared to accept as, you know, as the level of what you can go to in society and everything else. But that destroys people, because then you've got kids who don't fit in the system. You've got adults then who don't fit in the system, and they're just left. They're told mental health, you know, all the labels now. Today I was on a friend of mine's Facebook thing, and she was saying about fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia never used to be around. ODD never used to be around, obsessive defiance disorder, ADHD, all these Asperger's, borderline personality disorder. You know, all these labels are given because we're not medically advanced enough to understand what these things are. Most of these people are highly intelligent people. Most of these people are highly creative people. And because their frequency is a little bit higher and a little bit off than what society likes it to be, they get labelled. And that's wrong, you know. And then it's just like, okay, we'll give you a label now, so we can just push you along and leave you there. That's not right. We shouldn't be accepting that. We should be bringing people out and saying, you know, this is how we deal with that. You know, my grandson today came running in, and I felt his energy straight away. He was like this, just like a little pocket rocket. And I said to him, "Whoa, what's going on?" And he went, "I don't like it." And I love the way he's actually given himself his feelings a name, and now they're called Jarvis, because he's mad on Iron Man. So he says, "I can't handle Jarvis. I don't know how to deal with Jarvis." So I said to him, "Right, come in, Anna, let's go to the crystals." and we give him the crystals. So he held on to a rose quartz, and he said, yeah, I feel a bit calmer. And then we gave him some more crystals to put on. That's called grounding, okay? When you're like this, yeah, that's your vibration, yeah? And sometimes it can be like that, and that's a highly creative vibration to be on. Like most of my creativeness and most of my, you know, things that I do and the ideas that come through normally come through when I'm on that frequency of like, oh God, this is a bit jittery. I don't know whether my head's going to go in here. But it can be very frightening because we're not taught how to deal with that. So when you feel like you're going like this and you're like, oh God, I don't like this, I don't like this feeling, then you just need to either breathe. There's lots of ways you can bring your vibrations into control. So you breathe in, listening to music, laughter, just do something that will, even having a bath, meditation. At the minute, you might hear it in the background, but I listen to a lot of this in the background. I shouldn't turn up too high really, because it's very late. But yeah, in the background here, I have got, it's on YouTube, and it's called the 741 Hertz cleanses infections. Now what that says is there's different hertz in your body, so there's different ways your body will vibrate. So if your body is vibrating at a certain level and you want to heal, or you want to do anything else, if you tune into these sort of vibrations, it can help your body, okay? So along with oils, because it's all our senses, our smell, our sense of smell. So tonight I had another bath and I had more of my balance in it, but I also put some On Guard in it. Now On Guard, you can use it even to clean your surfaces. It helps protect against flu viruses and things like that. But it also helps, you know, it's getting into your system. So if these things are in your system, they're helping you to help yourself, really. You know, but just that the other night, I just wanted to let people know that you know, don't accept that. It's not good behaviour. It's not healthy. Whether you're a man or a woman, do not accept that behaviour, because it's not good for you, and it's not, the people that are doing it need help. I'd like to say I understand completely why they do this, but I honestly don't, because, you know, I'm not them. They're their own people, and they've got their own reasons for that, and I'm not them, so I can't tell you why people will do that. I can go into and say, well, this is why I think they do it, this is what I think's wrong, but I can't actually tell you, unless I'm in their mind, why they do that. There might be things that they've learned, there might be things that, you know, they've seen, or they've in some way, shape or form, this behaviour has been normalised in their lives. That is not good conditioning. That's not good behaviour. And this is why previously I've said, you know, it's really important that you when you bring your kids up, that you know who's around them, you know what's going on, you know what they're watching, you know, because so many things are out there. I mean, that happened the other night, and that was going on till 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, from 9 o'clock at night. And I'm a grown woman, and that's how it affected me. And I've seen a lot of things, and some of my friends who I've spoken to and family who've spoken to since are like, what the hell was going on? And I'm like, you know, but I'm probably the best person that could have happened to, because it didn't affect me in the way that it would most people. But, you know, like I said, you know, I'll sit here and I'll stand and I'll protect the people that I feel are vulnerable, because they're the people that need my time, and they're the people that need my energy and vibration. But unfortunately, the only thing that succeeded in doing the other night was possibly stopping people that need my help from getting my help, because I now will not accept any friends requests. I now will not accept any messages, unless it's somebody who I know, or who is in my inner circle, and that's quite sad, because I really want to help other people. So apart from doing the odd live here and there, I won't be doing any more lives. It will just be videos, and they will be on certain topics, and one of those topics is going to be about self-worth, and about self-respect, and how much of that you really need. You know, we need to start getting it out there as much as possible that these kids that have been brought up know that it's not normal behaviour, and not to accept that, because unfortunately that's what drags them into a really, really, really frightening and horrible world. And it really is that bad. You know, people might not see it. I've had people say to me over the last couple of days, really? You know, is it really that bad? Yeah, it is that bad. You know, people don't understand that side of it. You know, when I was working in the adult industry years ago, it was very much a man's world. You know, there were a lot of escorts on the scene, a lot of young girls on the scene who were being taken advantage of in a big way. You know, via websites, via places that they worked, via people that they were with. And it's scary that goes on, you know, and I upset a lot of people in the industry because, as I do, I always help out the vulnerable person. So I started making my own websites and things. That's how I got into website building, was to help girls become independent rather than working for somebody else. Because, yeah, you know, some of these girls, they don't want to be in the industry, but they're in it for a reason. You know, they're not bad people. Most of these girls wouldn't give men the time of the day. You know, there's women out there going out, and men going out there to clubs and just getting with any old Tom, Dick or Harry and taking them back home to their kids' homes. And that's not right as far as I'm concerned. You don't do that crap. You know, so I've got a bit more respect for them women who have had to go out there and do that crap, but they've charged for it. Because I'm sorry, but that at least they know their self-worth. You know, and everybody can agree or disagree with that. But as far as I'm concerned, there is a system, yeah, where human beings, males and females, go out and they sleep around, okay, with just anybody, giving their energy to just anybody, allowing anybody to just do whatever they want to them. And that's wrong. You know, it's so wrong. You know, it's not right, and we need to stop normalising it. We need to stop normalising this behaviour. You know, I have friends who've been with men for years, absolutely years. Do you know what? They're the ones I rate. Because do you know what? They're solid. They're solid. They know their worth, and they know their man, and their man knows them, and everything else. And they're the people that I look up to, because I choose to be on my own, because I choose not to be with someone who doesn't respect my worth. You know, that's the reason why I'm on my own. Not because I can't get a man, or because I'm a bitch, or this, that and the other. It's because I know my own self-worth. So therefore, I don't want to be with anybody who doesn't understand that either. You know, if somebody doesn't respect me, then they don't respect my kids. They don't respect anything. So how can I respect them? It has to be a two-way thing, you know, and I think we need to start understanding that. We need to start treating kids and teaching our kids that just how fantastic they are. You know, don't accept these labels that society gives us. You know, I know, I've got family members who have been labelled with Asperger's, yeah? I'm not going to mention their names because that's their business, you know, anybody, and I'm not going to, that's not my story to put out there. But I know a lot of people who've been diagnosed with a lot of different things. And you know what? I know these kids, and I know these family members, and they're absolutely awesome. You know, they're so creative, they're so talented, they could change the bloody world. And they are going to change the world. And the reason why society tries to dampen that down is because it's not ready for it yet. And I'm sorry, but I don't care if you're not ready for it yet. I'm going to big everybody up who needs to be bigged up. I'm going to promote everybody who needs to be promoted. I'm going to give everybody the tools that they need to use. You know, so for vibrations, if you want healing, if you want to heal yourself, now I'm going to show you something now, and I don't know how long this is going to last, okay? But I am going to show you what is happening with me at the moment. And I haven't been taking my tablets for 3 weeks, okay? Normally I have claw hand, yeah? Claw hand is not good, all right? So, Today I had claw hand, so I had a bath and I put my balance in there and I put my on guard in there and whatnot. But hey, here we go. Here's Carmen. Not today, Satan, because we ain't playing. So, you know, here's Carmen, and guess what? There's the wheelchair, and it's going. Because guess what? Carmen's coming back, and she's coming back bigger and better and stronger than you have ever known her in her life. So get ready for it, Facebook and the world, because I've got a voice, and God gave me that voice, and I'm going to use it. And I'm going to use it to help vulnerable people, and I'm going to use it to help get people better, yeah? And I'm going to use it to come out of my wheelchair and to keep going on and on and on until I get through to everybody. Because do you know what? The one thing that brings me out of this wheelchair, yeah, this thing, this crappy thing that's ruled my life for fucking the last 4 years, yeah? This thing here is going. I'm not putting up with this anymore, yeah? I have had 4 years of sitting in that thing there, yeah, taking tablets, putting on 3 stone of weight, okay, losing feeling in my legs, suffering with pain, and loss of feeling in my neck, my back, my arms. I haven't been able to write, I haven't been able to draw, I haven't been able to do anything. I sat in that freaking thing for nearly 4 years, and it's not going to happen no more. And if you can see me doing this, then you can do it too, okay? And if I have to get out there and I have to drag every single one of you up to do this with me, I will, because that's worth it, okay? I'm not the sort of person that likes to be on screen. I'm not the sort of person that likes to be in the limelight. That's not me, okay? I prefer to be in the back and doing my thing and helping other people. But now, I've been pushed to get out there and to help other people, and that's what I'm going to do, okay? So I don't know how long that's going to last for. I'm going to keep on with my essential oils. I'm going to keep on with my vibrational music. I'm going to keep on losing this fatty ass, yeah? And I'm going to be coming back, and I'm going to come back stronger and better, okay? So we have Love, Light and Marla. That's going to keep promoting people, okay? It's going to keep promoting people. I'm getting all shaky now, so I think I'm going to lose feeling in my legs in a minute. I don't care, I'm going to keep going anyway. Okay, so if you see me go down, don't worry, I'm getting back up. Mr. Leon Walker. This is Mr. Leon Walker's first book. I keep promoting him, and I don't care if you don't like it. Broken. Read it. Read it, please. The people I promote, yeah, are people who have survived, who have gone through everything, okay? They have gone through life struggles. And I'm not going to tell you their story because that's their story. And I'm going to get Leon on at some point. And I'm going to keep sharing his stuff on Love, Light and Marla. And I'm going to keep getting him on. And I'm going to keep sharing his stuff because he's got a voice and he needs to get out there because this man speaks sense. Seriously. He speaks utter sense, you know, and he's helping people. And he's helping people to understand how men work and how you should respect yourself. And that protect your kids, you know, protect yourself, protect your kids, change things. We all have a voice, yeah? And we're not living in an era now where we're stupid and we don't know this crap. We know it, okay? And if I can put my voice out there, then you can put yours out there too. And I actually feel like crying now. I feel quite... Do you know what? You know, sometimes, yeah, I forget just how much God's given me. And he's given me lots. And he's given me this. He's given me this, okay? And, you know, people can say to me, go find Jesus, go find God, this, that and the other. Or they can say, she's too righteous. Righteous, I got called righteous the other night. Wow! Do you know what? It's the first time I've ever been called righteous. And do you know what? Thank you. Because I would rather be righteous than be those people. You know? I'm not a bad person. But society has made me feel like a bad person all my life, yeah? Society has beat me down. Okay? Not no more. Not no more, and I don't care. Yeah? The chair's gonna go. Yeah? The mobility scooter's gonna go. And I'm gonna get my life back. And I'm gonna take everybody else with me. So if you're on my friends group, or you're on in my inner circle, excuse me, I'm crying now. You're in my inner circle, yeah? Then you're coming up with me. And I don't care what I have to do that, yeah? Because I'm going to take every single one of you up there with me. And I'm going to make sure that you all know just how awesome you are. Because you know what? Every single one of the people that I know is absolutely phenomenal. Suzanne Collins, one of my best friends in the whole world. This woman has stuck by me through everything, and I couldn't be prouder of her if I tried. And if you ever want any food, my God, that woman can cook. That woman can cook. Seriously. She is one of the best cooks I've ever known in my life. She was the only person that can make my mouth drool just thinking about her cooking. Okay? Music. Get over tomorrow. I'm going to pronounce this wrong, so I'm going to get him up on my thing so I can get it up right, because I don't want to mess this around. This is not going to mess around. Stop messing around. I've got iPads and I've got God knows what else going on here. And this is all, see, you're always going to get on a live with me, you're always going to get exactly what's going on. Okay, so tomorrow we have got on Love Light and Marla. Well, it's not on Live Light and Marla, but I'm promoting it on Live Light and Marla because guess what? He's fantastic and he's doing this. Okay, so tomorrow I would really love it if everybody could go over to, they're called DJ KB4 Reggae Live Streams. Okay? Get over there. This guy, he's a blessing. He's a blessing. He's doing things for charity. He's getting his voice out there. His music is phenomenal. Okay? What he does is absolutely out of this world. And thank you so much for being you and being on this planet and bringing your vibration to the table, because believe me, you are what we need. Okay? Tomorrow he's running another live, and he's doing it from 4 o'clock tomorrow, and it's going to be for charity, and he's supporting Mind. Okay, so go over to his link. I'm going to put it on my page. I'm also going to put it on Live Light and Marla's page. I think Amy's just put it in the comments there. Tomorrow at 4, even if you just go over there and support him and donate £1. Do you know what I mean? I don't care how much you donate. Just donate £1. It's for Mind, for God's sake. It's to help people's mental health. And guess what? At the minute, everybody's suffering. Everyone's suffering. You know, I've built these platforms, not the platforms, I'm going to build the platforms. That's what's coming. But at the minute, I've built the community. There's one music for music. Community High Vibrations is for music, okay? So that's all about different genres of music, helping you to pick which genre of music you feel that you vibrate with, and helping you with that, you know, helping you to raise your vibrations a little bit, because everybody needs to raise their vibrations. I know there's a lot of crap going on in the world that we need to talk about, but also, you know, we've got to think about people, raising people's spirits a little bit, because everybody's suffering here. People have lost people. You know, this isn't a nice time for anybody at the minute. You know, Sam Brown, I'm going to keep going on about this girl, but she's one of the 1% of the trafficking survivors. Okay, and this girl, you might not like what you hear about her. You might not like what she says, but it's truth. Okay? Yes, it's sad. Yes, it's horrible to listen to, but it goes on and it happens, and it's been happening for years and years and years and years, and it has to stop. Okay? Even on the level of just protecting your kids. It's your job. Okay? You were given your children as a blessing. Yeah? They're not just a commodity. Your kids are a blessing. So start taking that job seriously. Because that's one of the most important jobs that God gave me on this planet. I nearly lost my youngest daughter when she was 3 days old. I wasn't expecting to get pregnant with my daughter. I didn't want any more kids after my first one. And everybody said to me when I was pregnant, "Come, what are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to have a baby, of course." You know, and she was the best gift ever. Both of my children are. They're a blessing to me. Yeah? But when she was nearly taken from me at 3 days old, I begged him. Please, please don't take away from me. Please do not take my baby away from me. and he listened, okay? Let me tell you something else. I'm going to go through my whole life now and tell you this shit now, okay? I was born in 1975 in Newcastle, okay? In quite a rough area of Newcastle, but my dad's family are very good people, yeah? Unfortunately, circumstances happen. My dad was an alcoholic. He wasn't a nice person when he'd had a drink, but when he hadn't had a drink, he could be the best person that you could ever meet in your life. He'd give his last penny to anybody. You know, he's not here anymore. But that was my dad, okay? So, unfortunately, because of those circumstances and because of the circumstances my mum had suffered with, no, I won't sit down, Amy. I'm standing up and I'm going to keep standing up till I fall down. You know, so we were put into circumstances, you know, situations you can't help. In the 70s, and I shouldn't say, you know, in the 70s things were different. You know, we twisted a lot more, okay? So that was the way it was. I was sexually abused by a paedophile ring. Not anybody to do with my family, okay? Nothing to do with my family. You know, from up until the age of 6, that was going on, okay? So that was normalised in my head. That messed me up. Seriously. It just isn't right, okay? I told the police when I was 8 about this, and nothing was done. Nothing. I remember having the interviews, I remember having the exams, I remember every single thing, okay? Nothing was done. Why? Why was nothing done? I was taken into care, and I got my doctor's records last year, and they state on there, in 1978, when I was 3, Carmen goes to people too easily. This is not a good sign. They were aware. They did nothing. Okay? So that didn't give me much faith in authority figures. All right? I've had to have my doctor's records changed. My youngest daughter, who was born at home, was cesarean. I've never had a cesarean in my life. And I wasn't aware that you could have one at home without an epidural. So that's another thing, okay? I was run over by a doctor when I was 2. I remember this happening. And on my doctor's records, it states, popped in to make sure Carmen was okay. Nah, you popped in, mate, because you ran me over. Okay? Nothing was done. Again. All right? So that system carries on and on and on and on. And we're still going through that system now. Okay? Kids should be taken notice of. It's your job as an adult, as a parent, to take care of your kids and of any other kids that come into your life. Okay? Yeah? I've done some bad things because my head was messed up, because my life was messed up. And that's not me blaming my society and crap, yeah? I almost killed myself at 24 years old. Because when I had my first daughter at 20, in my head, all that kept going on was society and what they say about the abused becomes the abuser. Do you know what that did? That stopped me bonding with my daughter. That messed up her life then. So that created another cycle of destruction, another cycle of crap. Yeah? That's what society does. That's what society does. It normalises it. It bats it under the carpet. It's not going to go under the carpet anymore. We're shaking the carpet out and we're going to bring it out. All right? And I will not shut up and I will not sit down until things are changed. And while I'm still standing, and even if I'm sitting in my wheelchair, yeah, well, I've still got a voice. Well, God gave me a voice. I will keep standing here and I will keep talking to you and telling you exactly what society is doing. Okay? So stop letting society control you, because you have a choice. You have a choice. That is your right as a human being. You have a choice. Ultimately, no one can make you do anything. ultimately, no one can change anything that you want to change unless you choose to do that. So stand up and tell them, no, I'm not going to do this. Because you have that right. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Let me tell you something else about life and about society and things, yeah? Money. Money's a commodity. It's a commodity. It's man-made. Just like time. Okay? So these things are put in place to control you. And to, well, not control you. I hate that word, control, because it's quite a bad word. But to guide you to conform to society's way of behaviour, because that's acceptable. I don't care if I'm not acceptable. I don't care if nobody likes me. Actually, most people don't like me. And actually, I quite like that, because I don't really like most people. Because all I see is, and I'm going to use this analogy because I used it the other day, I know who holds the balls, and I know who's hanging off the pubes. Okay? And I won't conform to that. And do you know why I can't be stopped? Because I have no fear. I have no ceiling, I have no floor, I have no windows, and I have no doors. That reminds me of that little poem thing that the kids used to sing, you know. But that's the way life is, okay? And all these songs come through into my head every time I speak. So I've got to stop speaking like that, because it's going to just keep going off and on like that. But there you go, Amy. I'm sitting down and doing as I'm told. See, my kids tell me off all the time. I'm always in trouble. But yeah, just get over there tomorrow. I'm going to be building another community again, because another thing that's really good for your vibrations and keeping your vibrations up is laughter. You may have seen wind the bobbin up. That's it, Sally. Yes. You know, you might have seen. Oh, you've thrown me off now, Sally. You've really thrown me off. I just got wind the bobbin up, wind the bobbin. I just want to sing it now. I just worry you're overdoing it. Oh, Amy, bless her. Yeah, that is the song you sing to the kids, Sally. It is. I used to love singing it to the kids, and that's what it's about, you know. It's just about having a bit of laughter. So yes, thank you, Sally. You just reminded me again. Gone back on track now. I'm going to be doing another community, which is going to be all about, you know, laughter. So we've got the music one, because, you know, I'm trying to get the vibrations out there and build different communities for different people, because some people don't like music. They just don't. That's just not their thing. And that's okay. That's not their vibration, you know. But they love laughter, or they love books, or they love, you know, creativity. I'm going to be building all these different communities for that. So I apologise to anybody on my actual page, because you are so lovely, and I adore you all, because you are putting up with so much crap that's probably coming up in your news feed, which is all Carmen. And I don't really care at the minute, because I'm just trying to build something to build everybody's vibrations up. The plan is to build it all on Facebook, and then build it all off Facebook, so that we've got the community, we've got platforms, so that even if they take around one thing, you can go over to another thing, okay? I'm going to keep doing it on a level of acceptability, because unfortunately we do live in a society where if I post something that isn't acceptable to them, they will take it down, you know. So I have to try and conform in order to be able to work within the lines and help other people, you know. But I'm prepared to do that. It doesn't bother me doing that, you know. So we're going to build everybody up, and I want everybody to join in with this, you know. I've also done a poll to for the 5 raffle, for the 5 other charities to support, and I would really like it if everybody would go on that poll and just, you know, click on whichever charity. There's 5 at the moment, and they are, because off my head I can't really remember certain things, but the charities are, when I can get them up, you know what, things just go so slow, don't they? I'm totally like Stan. I absolutely adore Stan. Totally adore Stan. That man is just the bomb. And I love him to bits. I think he's hilarious and he's just amazing. But yeah, there are 5 charities on the... I've done a raffle a poll thing, and there are 5 charities on there. One is the Newcastle. It's not coming up at the minute. It's being really silly. It's for some reason glitching on here. But yeah, Amy, can you go on there and find that for me, please? But there are 5 charities on the Love Light and Marla page, pinned to the top in a poll. And if you can just go over to that poll, that would be really, really great. And then, you know, click on whichever charity that you'd really like us to help, because we're going to be starting another raffle on the 14th, and possibly the same sort of prizes again, because, you know, small businesses are just not getting involved. But hey, that's their problem, not mine. If they don't want me to promote them, that's fine. Do you know what I love about all this? Yeah, people who know me know what I'm capable of. Yeah, and they've seen me at my best, and they've seen me at my worst. So they know that I'm going to come out of this, and I'm going to survive, and I'm going to knock some people's socks off. But people who don't, it's like a Pretty Woman moment. You know, when she walks into that shop and she's like down and out, and she's like just, because she's just amazing anyway, and they take no notice of her, and then she comes back in when she's all souped up, and she's like, you missed out on this, mate. You know, so that's me. I like doing that. I like showing people, okay, I'm going to give you stuff. I'm a giver. I'm a big giver. I just like giving. It makes me happy. That's my ulterior motive. I like helping others. It makes me happy, and it helps other people, so it's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. But there's a lot of takers, and there's a lot of people who don't understand and pure gold. And I'm going to play that song constantly. I want everybody to listen to Pure Gold by Beverly Knight. Not for like, oh, he's missed out on this, or she's missed out on that. For your own self-worth, yeah? Listen to that as if it's about you. Because I tell you now, that song is one song. She was a fantastic, I don't know if she's still around. Amazing, amazing artist, yeah? Gold, Pure Gold by Beverly Knight. Listen to it. It is awesome. And it has got me through some of the most not nice situations I could possibly imagine, you know, when I've really not felt great about myself, or people have made me question myself, or question, you know, other things. I've listened to that and I've thought, do you know what? That's my self-worth. That's me. And I know my self-worth, and I want everybody else to know theirs, because it's paramount. There we go. Left Outside Alone is one of them. They are a charity in Wales, and they support the homeless. And I actually came across them because Sally had something to do with them, and I was being nosy. So yeah, so thank you very much, Sally, for that, because you highlighted them to me. So I've put them onto the list. Another one is called Axminster and Lyme Cancer Support. Obviously the name speaks volumes. Lady, that was the only one that was put forward. That was the only charity that everybody put forward. You know, one person said a charity that they wanted to support. That quite horrifies me, to be perfectly honest, that we don't want to support people. We don't even want to acknowledge that there are charities out there that need our support. Okay, so that's another charity. They're in Wales, and they support the homeless, and they really do need our help. People like that really do need our help. Oh no, that was Left Outside Alone. See, I've gone back on them. Heads to Minds. Okay, this lady who runs this charity is absolutely fantastic. Her name is Liz. She has a book, and her book actually supports the charity as well. So she's fantastic. She does courses and things like that, and she's just phenomenal. She's got her own story, but she's, you know, these people are real people. These people just want to help other people. And do you know why they want to help other people? Because they've experienced austerity on their own. They've experienced hardships. They've experienced labels. all these people that I promote, yeah, and I said this in the first time, the only people I will ever promote are people who I know speak from the heart, who I know are pure, okay? I will never support anybody who is only doing it for themselves, because there's no need for that. There's no need for that. There's plenty to go around. And I've lived in 5-bedroomed houses and had God knows what, and I've walked away from it because it's never been about the money. It's never been about the money. It's never been about anything else. It's always been about my own self-worth, my own integrity and my own morals. And they're very, very high, okay? So the other one is North East Homeless, buy us a coffee, okay? Now, I'm a Geordie. I was born in Newcastle, and it's my home. And it's where my heart is, always will be. I hope one day to go back up there and live up there, because every single part of me just right now is just giving me a massive hug. I see that as my nan. You know, that's my home. And, oh God, it makes me want to cry. Gosh, I'm a very emotional person at the moment, aren't I? That's not good. But yeah, they're very, very important to me, and they help the homeless in Newcastle. And again, it's needed. You know, we're in COVID, and we're in a system where all these people are supposed to be indoors. They're not. They're not. They're being left out on their own, exactly like Left Out Alone is saying, and Project 1615 saying, and North East Homeless are saying, and like most of these other people are saying, they're left out there on their own, in the cold. It's dangerous. They're abused by the general public. It's disgusting. You know, they're begging for food. They're begging for someone to look at them like a normal human being, okay? So if you have any sort of compassion, okay, for anything other than yourself, then please help these people, because it's so sad. And what makes it even sadder is the other day I read something and somebody else had passed away. That shouldn't be happening. That shit should not be happening, okay? We are in a society now where we don't need that to happen. And people are helping them people because they're the right things to do. You know, addiction, Sally's saying addiction is not choice. They're saying that it's their choice and trauma is not a choice. No, it's not, Sally. It's not a choice. It's not a choice at all. The choice is that they're choosing not to help these people. That's the choice. The choice is that people who are in power and who are in a position to help people are not helping people, and they're still able to go home at night and sleep. How can you sleep? How can they sleep knowing that people are suffering? Okay? All for heroes. These are our servicemen. These are men and women that have fought for our country, for our planet, for your life. And they're asking for help. Okay? Help them. Help them. Because do you know what? Do you know what happens when they go in the military, yeah? I'm going to show you how conditioning happens, yeah? Because we're in a huge era of where, we've been conditioned for 4,000 years. And you know what the sad thing about that is? Actually, no one on this planet, okay? No one that is alive on this planet right now is able and willing to be able to... No, I'm going to wind that back because I got that wrong. Okay, no one on this planet is not conditioned. Not one person, okay? Not one person, okay? Over 4,000 years ago, okay, everybody, we're being taught now things that we already knew 4,000 years ago. That tells me we've been rewound and conditioned to say that this is the level you can keep to. This is not what we're not gonna let you come out of this box. And if you come out of this box, then whoa, that's not good. We're gonna make you feel like shit, you know? That's not good. That's not right. That is not okay. Okay? So 4,000 years ago, or more, okay, people realised their power and how they could control other people, through whether that's through slavery, through, you know, employment as they would have put it in those days, I expect, or whatever. It was done, okay? And then what happens is, just like we leave a legacy for our kids or whatever, we want to leave a bit of money for our kids or whatever, these people left a legacy for their children and their future generations, okay? So that carried on. And then it became normal, and we normalise it. And that's what we do with everything in society. We normalise it. In order for it to be acceptable, it has to be normalised, okay? Don't normalise this shit, because it's not normal. It's not right, and it's not okay. All right? Don't normalise a label that you've been given. Fight it. I've been told, if I'd have listened to my doctor 4 years ago, when I went into his office, he said, oh, you've got general anxiety disorder, and tried to put me on something. I was like, you can forget that, mate. I've had general anxiety disorder all my life, and I've dealt with it. It's the one thing that keeps me going. It's the one thing that pushes me forward. When I'm scared, if I'm anxious, I think, right, let's face this. I face my fears, because I won't be afraid of anything, ever. The reason I bared my soul, and I've told you all my life story, which is not something that I would normally do, is because I'm taking back my power. Because I know there's people out there, including my exes, who will like to lie about me, and they do lie about me, and actually, I don't care. They can carry on lying about me, because actually all they're doing is trying to cover their own asses. That's fine. If that's what they need to do to make them feel better and to get up in the morning, then that's their issue. That's not my issue. You know, but, you know, it's... So I've bared my soul for that reason. So nobody's got any power over me. I've got no fear. You can't say shit about me. Because guess what? It's all on the internet. So if everybody wants to know my story, go and watch it. I don't care. I don't care at all. I've had some amazing times in my life. And do I regret anything? Nope. Nope. Because if I did, I wouldn't have my children. I wouldn't be the person I am sitting here today in front of you getting this out there. Okay? And if that's what it takes for people to get off their asses and start walking their talk and helping people, then I'll keep doing it. Because I'm not putting up with this anymore. All right? So I'm going to go up there, and everybody who's coming with me is coming up there with me. Okay? And we're going to rise together. And we're going to do it the right place. We're going to do it in the right way. And we're going to get our voices out there. And I'm going to keep promoting people. Eventually, there will be no promotions on my own page, obviously, because that's my inner circle. They're people I really trust on that page. So eventually, it will just be on different communities and then off there and onto different platforms, because that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep getting it out there. I'm going to keep bugging people. I'm going to keep banging on doors. I'm going to keep promoting people who need to get out there, because that's the right thing to do. And I'd really appreciate if people started walking their talk, because there's a lot of people that don't do that. And they know exactly who they are. And they know that I know who they are. And the only thing that they've all done is shown their own shadows. I walk my talk. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. That's me. Okay? And the people that I deal with are the same. My family are the same. The people I admire are the same. And that's all I ask. Don't talk if you're not going to walk. Don't do that. Because it's not really isn't good. It doesn't make you look good. You know, and have some self-worth. And actually, Sally, Stan, Sick Project 1615, you are phenomenal. And I absolutely adore you guys. And all the guys that help you, because they're the heroes, they're the warriors. They're the people that get out there and they do this every day for no reason, other than the fact that they know it's right and they want to help other people. And that is what keeps us all going every single day. Sam Brown, she does it not because just because She doesn't do it because she feels like she wants to just bare her soul to everybody and tell them they're dirty laundry. She does it because she knows it's a bigger picture and she wants to help people. And she wants to stop people getting hurt in the future. So that's why she does that. Leon Walker. This guy. Again. This guy's seen things that you would not believe. And it breaks my heart when I read this book. It really did break my heart. Because he's an amazing, amazing man. And to see somebody... They tried to destroy this man. Society and life tried to destroy this man. And do you know what he did? He came back and kicked ass. You know, some of my friends and their kids, they're coming back and they're kicking ass. And I'm glad, because that's what they need to do. You know? I want as many people on board with me as possible. Okay? I want as many people to get on board and raise this. Love, Light and Milo isn't mine. It's the universe's, and it's there to promote other people. Okay? Like I said the other day, when you see Carmen James vibrational consulting rooms, that's me. That's where I'll be asking to get paid. Yeah, that's where I'll be helping people who want to come to me, business people and whatever, and they want help and they want to be paid and they want to pay me for it. That's where my money's coming in. That's where me is. Yeah, that's my business. This is my passion. It's not a business, it's a passion. And that can't be stopped. Because it's something from here. And it's something in the whole of my being. And that is where we're all coming from. Everybody who supports the people that I'm promoting, and everybody who I am promoting, is out there, not for themselves, but for others. So I'm going to go because I'm rabbiting on again. But I just wanted to jump online and let you know that, you know, it's not okay to act in the way that people do. It's not okay to accept that. So don't accept it at all. If people disrespect you, know your own self-worth. Know that what you were given, the vessel you were given, whether you want to call it, you know, God gave you, or the universe gave you, or science gave you, or whatever, it doesn't matter. You're given a vessel. Yeah, this is your vessel. This is your little driving machine. This is where you're going to go around the planet. Okay? Take a bit of respect for it. Respect it. Because if you don't, no one else will. And you're giving them that option not to. Okay? So I absolutely love you dearly. Sally, you're awesome. Absolutely awesome. I absolutely love this woman to bits. She doesn't even realise how amazing she is. But I'm going to go now. So I bid you a farewell and I bid you good night because it's now 12:30. And I love you all dearly. So good night and thank you for listening to me again. And I'll see you on the other side, I expect. Take care. Bye-bye.